What is up? Hello. Let's get this timer going. Today is, the 26th. Oh my god. We are so close to being on this month in. It's crazy. It does feel like a lifetime since I started this process. And it's not even been a month. It's wild. I really do enjoy doing this thing, and I look back through just views and shit. I mean, I'm sure like one or two people have seen it here and there, and that's about it. And that I actually feel very, I guess, fine with that, because this is helping me articulate. I'm learning how to express myself in a more coherent fashion, learning to deal with my own ADD and figuring out how to bring myself back to the point. I'm getting comfortable. I feel very comfortable looking straight at you. I gotta learn to. One of the things I want to do is I actually haven't been listening back to these too much, and I want to start. And I was listening back to all my podcasts because I would edit them, but I have stopped since I just started editing out the bathroom breaks. And what I want to do, and I've been using AI to do the clips. And AI has been okay, but it's really not finding things that I think are funny or great. And so what I want to do is, once I put my podcast out, immediately go and listen to that instead of listening to other podcasts. So then, because by listening to yourself, it's like watching game footage. So you want to, I mean, it's not just sports, but take sports for example. I mean, like every fucking professional team watches their game footage probably multiple times and evaluates every minute detail. Like, oh, here's where that went wrong. Look where you missed that pass. Look where we were supposed to go here, and you failed because you did this, or you succeeded because you saw that, So you're looking at everything you did and be like, okay, how do I do this better? I know that one of the world's favorite people, Andrew Tate, I've listened to a lot of his shit, and one of the things he says, and love him or hate him, you can tell the guy is very articulate. And for example, he very rarely says he very rarely says like, he very rarely stutters, and I just said But one of the things he said is when he does interviews, and he's been doing it for decades, he's like, I've listened back to everything. I make notes. I see how I can make things better. And I think that's really important, especially if you want to be a communicator, which I do. And I mean, I am a communicator, but I want to, continually evolve. And so I want to go back, look at listen to the podcast that I do. So for one, then I can find my own clips and make notes on when I want to clip things out. And two, just continue to listen and be like, man, I hate how I do that. I hate when I say that there. I hate when I interrupted there. And so it really keeps your attention on the things that you're trying to work on. And I want to do the same with these live videos. So if it's only 15 minutes, I can go listen to this a little bit later. I listen to a ton of podcasts. I listen to a ton of audiobooks. I pretty much fill a lot of my time, whether it's the gym, whether it's cleaning, whether it's editing photos, doing things around the house, driving to work. I fill a lot of that time with listening to podcasts and Audible. And so I know that I can just utilize some of that by listening to my own podcasts, once a week, listening to these live videos, critiquing myself, trying to get better. Maybe I'll listen back and I missed an opportunity to say something funny right there, or I missed that, if I think about it later. So I think that's as important. I'm going to start doing that as well, but it's just been settling into this habit, I'd say, has been just great for me for now. Just settling into this thing, getting comfortable with being like, yep, getting my live video done today, brushing my teeth, I'm combing my hair, I'm getting showered, I'm going to the gym, doing my live video. It just becomes a part of my day, and that's, I think, the goal for me. I would love to run one of these every single day of this year. and potentially just continue to do this forever, because I think that I can really mine gold from that. I really think that I can hash out ideas. I think I can get better and better at talking. I think I can grow the channel. I think there's a lot of good things that can happen from this. So, and work out ideas too. Maybe I work out a comedy bit. Maybe I work out an idea for something I want to write about. Some little bit of gold information that I come across, and then I can work that out later. So I'm really excited, man. I think that this year, I know I've already started to get a lot more creative. Doing photos over the last couple of years and video has really ignited the passion for creativity again. And I also just feel more and more excited about creating lots of things. And I like that I'm not just in one lane anymore. I know a lot of people say to niche down. I don't think it's me. I feel that I just have too many interests. I love to play music. I love to make videos. I love to write. I love to talk. I love to be funny. And I don't want to just pick one. And maybe that means I'm not successful in the same way and the same degree as other people. But if I enjoy, I just got to keep focusing on the fact that I'm enjoying my time doing this, doing that, doing the other thing. So there's no level of success where you made it. It's just a matter of continually growing and evolving and learning. And I think eventually things will happen for me monetarily. But yeah, I'm very excited for this year. I'm very excited to start carving out some time to practice some stand-up comedy. I really want to think I want to make it a goal in February to do a open mic. And I know that I've been talking about this for about a year, but if I can, normally I talk about things for about 3 to 4 years before I do it. So if it's only taking me 1 year to dive in, that's not too bad. And I have been writing some jokes and stuff. So I just really need to get out and do it. And I am scared. I am nervous, but I think I can do a really good job. And I know that just getting my feet wet is the first start. So, and then I also want to carve out some time for making music. Last night we went, let's see, what did we do? We met up with a friend, me and Severo, and we went to see, so we went for a drink. My other friend Paul lives in Vegas, so he met up with us. And then we went to barbecue, got some food, and fuck, dude, because this was after we went biking all day. I was fucking tired, but it was like not even 8 o'clock. I'm like, dude, we can't go home, and I haven't seen Paul in a minute. And so we ended up going there was somebody playing some music at the, what does it say? Please use a keyframe for 4 seconds. Currently keyframes. I don't know what that is. Some alert happened on YouTube. Anyway, so we went to this casino called, it was a Tuscany, and all Italian themed. It was really cool. The architecture was really pretty, reminded you of Italy. And then we went to this bar called Pizzeria or Pizza, I don't know. It looked like pizza. It was a bar called Pizza. A little cocktail lounge, and so we met this girl that was she's doing live music there, and her band, and it was like her and her brother, her dad playing, and then this other guy that played drums. And dude, they did a really good job. Just a cover band, but they were phenomenal. Like, just very tight. The drummer was killer, bass player, guitar player. She had a crazy good voice, and great stage presence. And I mean, there was probably only 20 people in the room just sitting around at a cocktail lounge. So but it was a lot of fun. Everybody was enjoying it. And it felt good. And I was like, man, it made me excited to start playing. I know I'm playing music, but also just writing my own music, singing again, laying down some tracks. Eventually doing some stuff live. I don't exactly know how. I would like to just start working on some songs on guitar, maybe piano playing. I have some friends that gig out. I know that I could probably split some time with them here and there. And like my buddy Jeremy, he plays out here and there, and he's like, yeah, I'll split a set with you. You play an hour and a half, I play an hour and a half. and we just split the gig. And so just learning some music, playing some new songs, playing some old songs would be fun. Maybe a cover here or there, but yeah, I think it's something I want to start just working on into my daily practices and playing some music again, getting the chops back. I don't expect to be as good as I was when I was in college at guitar. Don't expect to be as good as I was at piano in high school, but just being able to be proficient and play, get my calluses back a little bit, and then start recording. So, and the music that I want to make now is completely different than what I used to make. Man, I used to make a fuck ton of sad boy music. Just, the period of time that I wrote the most music, from 19 to probably 25, is when I wrote the most music, and I was depressed as fuck. I'm surprised I never wanted to kill myself. I definitely didn't want to be here, but I never had the balls to go and try to pull the trigger or something. But I don't promote that. I think that it's fucked up. I think you should, seek help. I think you should push through. If you could only see, how life can change. It felt so hopeless back in the day. And I was just crying all the time and depressed and in my head and shit. And it's just, life has changed so much. So it's just angst and, fucking growing up weird and stuff like that. But yeah, so all of my music reflected that. Lots of sad boy songs. And my music style has changed. I've listened to so much more different types of music. I like a lot more hip hop now and electronic, and I still love rock and roll. But I just don't want to gravitate towards sad songs. I've done that. I want to write upbeat songs. I want to write sexual songs. I want to write happy songs. I want to write fun, dancey songs. I want to write some politically charged songs. So yeah, just stuff that really relates to me or resonates with me. So it's gonna be fun. And then I also want to write songs that aren't just started on a guitar or started on a piano like I was just doing. That's all I know. So I really want to play around with samples and beats and just fuck around with sound. Reading that Rick Rubin book still on Audible has really opened my eyes to just, when you're in the creative process, just let shit out and, fuck around with stuff. And it doesn't matter if it goes in a different direction than what you thought, just play around and let things flow. And, because you don't want to squash any creativity or idea that could happen. So I want to do shit like that. And then I'm reading this book, Hitmakers, which is Rick Rubin's book is all about more allowing the flow and the creativity and the process, and how not to try to dial things into any specific narrative. And then on the flip side, Hitmakers is about how utilizing other familiar things that resonate with people, but also focusing on creating something a little new, but then still bringing familiarity into something you create, can really create something that sticks with people and resonates with people. And then learning about the marketing side and how to set yourself up better for virality and viral success, and getting that piece of art in front of people. So I'm excited to read both of these and glean from kind of both perspectives of letting the natural flow happen, but also then being meticulous as you craft it into something that is accessible, digestible, but new, and also the marketing side of things. So a lot of shit that I didn't learn before and didn't implement before. And I wrote some really good music back in the day, and I have some songs that I think that anytime I show people, they're like, holy shit, this is really fucking good. But I had no idea how to get that in front of people. I had no idea how to get eyeballs on it. I had no idea how to, the business side of things. I also was so focused on make that one song and I spent years and years on one album. And now I want to just really dedicate more time into just putting things out, creating more, not getting so stuck up, caught in the perfectionism. The same with, I mean, this is what I'm learning here, to not worry so much about how perfect that final thing is, and just putting my ideas out there. So, I mean, I feel like you learn that in photos where, I mean, there's this idea or a story about a teacher who did a photography class, and I'll end with this, but there was, let me think about this. So there was a photography professor, and he separated his class out into two groups of students. And for the first group, they had an assignment for the whole semester, and they needed to create one amazing photo. And so what he did was, he's like, you'll be judged, or he's like, you'll be graded on your photo at the end of the semester, and it's just a pass-fail grade. And then the other group, their assignment was to take one photo per day, and they would be graded on if they completed that, and they got one photo submitted each day. So as long as they did a photo a day, they would pass the class. And then what happened was, he then got all of the best photos, so all the ones from the first group, and then all of the best photos from the second group, and he had them judged, and guess which group had the better photos? You probably already know the answer. It was actually the second group, who weren't just focused on one perfect photo, but they were focused on the process, doing one every single day, and they just continued to get better and better because they were actually doing it more and more and more, while as the other group was sitting there trying to design the perfect photo and not actually practicing. So I thought that's a good lesson for not photography, but also just music and everything you're doing. And so I really want to take that philosophy and, just keep making songs, keep putting it out there, not just perfecting one song over 5 years time, be like, oh, I don't want to put it out yet, it's not ready. Just keep working on songs, keep putting it out. So anyway, we're gonna go hit the swap meet, probably watch some football today, do a podcast, and then tomorrow, I'll probably do this live video tomorrow too, so I'll check in then. Peace. And stream. How's the shower, bud?
It was good.